Hello and welcome back to this channel. My name is Emmanuel Savage and I will be your host for today. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed to this channel, I'm going to give you a second to subscribe. Right. So, over the years, the Ghanaian educational system has been a very intriguing subject of discussion. So, students are tempted to move and study abroad on a regular basis. Why this is so tempting, we still have no idea. Now, the questions or misconceptions that you've had or you've ever had about studying abroad will be addressed shortly. So, there is a gentleman here who has tested both waters. He studied here, he started his education over here in Ghana and moved abroad to further his education. Welcome, Wisdom.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's been a while.
Yeah, sure. I've been around.
All right. So guys, if there is anyone who is the perfect specimen for this conversation, it's this guy. He was a student over here and he moved overseas to further his education. So we're talking about the general overview of the educational system in Ghana.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
This is a very broad question. What I can say is the education system here is different from what I experienced overseas. You understand? Yeah. I would say Ghanaians are lacking so many things in the education system.
All right. So, how is this system? I mean, you've explained that we lack so many things already.
Yeah.
So, how is the system here holding its students back?
Okay, so the system here is structured in a way that when you start from scratch, kindergarten, primary, upper primary, and all those stuff, you are entitled. One student is entitled to like 8 subjects, and you have to learn all these subjects till you get to, I think, junior high before you can senior high before you can specialize in one program or something. Yeah, sure. But what I've experienced outside is there are some courses that if you don't want to work in those fields, you don't have to learn about all those things.
Okay.
Understand? Okay. Here, when I was in SHS as a science student, I was learning biology, chemistry, physics, elective maths. Yeah. But over there, we have students who learn physics and then they have no knowledge about biology
or physics. Yeah.
You understand? And we have biology students who have no knowledge about other field.
Yeah.
But here, immediately you enter in the science field, they want you to learn all those things together.
So, but coming back to that answer that you just gave, don't you think that in the early aspect of the early part of the education, you have to go into the so many fields to get the general idea about if it's science that you are offering?
Yeah. Okay. So I get you. The question you're asking is very reasonable. Yeah, I get you. But over there, when I say over there, I mean outside Ghana.
Yeah.
When you start schooling and you get to, let's say, primary, the instructor who is taking you through your courses knows your weakness and also where you are good at.
Yeah.
So they will guide you to take the right path. Unless this place, they just want you to study everything. Even though the teacher knows you are not good at math, but the teacher is forcing you to learn math.
They should help develop what you know.
Develop what you know very well. Yeah. They are trying to force you to learn things that you are not capable of doing.
Yeah, that's true.
But over there, you get to a time, and then even they sometimes they call your parents and talk to your parents that this is what you've seen in your child. Okay. So you want your child to take this path or this and this. But here it doesn't work that way. You understand?
Right.
Sure.
Right. So why do you think the Western system, their educational system, is so enticing to Ghanaian students? I don't know. There must be something they are doing right.
Yeah, I think I should use my own story to talk about this. So there was a time I was watching those American videos. I'm not a fan of those videos, but then I have a friend called Martin. He introduced a movie to me that's Let It Shine. Yeah. And looking at how the movie is, and sometimes watching those kids when they go to school, how they talk to each other when they're on break, how they you see and you feel like being to those all those places. And then sometimes we hear about them in news that this is what school some students are doing, and all that. There's a vast difference. That's right. So sometimes you just want to most people, let's say 60 to 70% of the international students who are over there went there purposely because of the surrounding, not because they want to learn. Yes, that's the real fact. People want to go outside because of the surrounding, the pressure they've been seeing on the internet. They get there and they realize what they see is not what is happening there. Let me say a boy and a girl will be playing and you will be like, oh, Hakra, oh no, be Kasa, that's true. But over there you see them like they are very friendly. You want to experience something like that. You get there and then that's not how it is. You are calling them and they are running away. Sure. You understand?
That's true.
Yeah. So it's something that, with what I would say, some people, get influenced by what they see on the media.
Yeah.
And some people also really want to learn. And so, but when it comes to the education system, you can't compare it to the Western part.
Yeah.
Because we are looking up to them. So there's no way we can do it more than how they are doing it over there.
I see. Wait, from the outside, it looks like schooling abroad is so fun. Everything is like good, it's cool and everything. Do you think that is how it actually is? Don't they face some challenges when students?
Yes, I had the same thought before I went over there. Yeah. When I was going over there, I thought it was so easy to understand that I know people who were here in Ghana and then they traveled there, completed. And I was like, if this person is able to complete school in the USA, Canada, and all those parts of the world, then I can do it. Because looking at the IQ that they have, I think I was doing good more than them. Oh, yeah. But you see them graduating and then having good grades, and I was like, oh wow, then I can do. If someone I was good at, like I'm more intelligent than is doing this, then I can do more than that. You understand? Yeah. I got there and I realized that's not how it is. Number one, stress. Especially, I'm talking for international students, because life there for domestic students is different from life for international students. Yeah. So anything I say here is based on what I've experienced as an international student over there. Let me say Canada to be specific. Yeah. So going to the Canadian school as international students is something else. Some people just think you get there and everything is on the silver platter. Like you just start having fun, but that's not how it works. When I went there, the first day I got to the class, they gave me an assignment and I didn't know it was an assignment. We came, the teacher was asking for assignment and I was asking, when did they give us assignment? Because the kind of language that they speak, although it's English, but the accent was different.
You had to adapt.
Yes. So they gave us assignments. I didn't know. From there, when we started, I was like, oh, but this is cool. I was doing civil engineering, and then they started teaching us fraction. 2/1 plus 3/2. I was like, oh, but this is something I was doing. Yeah.
You did it way back in primary.
Yes, but when you're moving to the next topic, instead of them to go to something like difficult, like not too high, difficult than what you are learning, they just move to a different level that you think if you don't know what they if you don't understand what they taught you in the previous class, there's nothing you understand again.
Yeah.
How can you teach me fraction today? Tomorrow you jump to differentiation.
That's weird.
You understand? Yeah. So the education system over there is not that easy. It's not that there's stress, because as an international student, you have to go to class, you have to work.
Yeah.
So that you can, pay your.
I was even coming to that. What you said was about the stress they face.
Yeah, the stress. Academics. Yes, it's not that easy.
So I was about to ask that outside of the classroom. I mean, they went there to study. Yeah. So outside of the classroom, are they? What is it that they are doing that? Sometimes we hear stories that there are some guys over there who have nowhere to sleep, nowhere to. How is it like?
That's bad planning. Before you travel outside your comfort zone, you should plan very well. So always I educate people on this platform to always plan. Make sure you are adequately planned, like well planned before you take a step. Yeah. Because where you are going is another man's land. Their currency is different from the currency you have here. You have to take huge amount of money along with you before you can get something to make you comfortable in their zone.
Yeah.
And also, you should communicate with some people over there. And someone is going to ask, I don't know anyone there, how am I going to communicate? When I was going over there, I was searching for my room online. You go to Facebook, although there are scammers all over, but you have to be very careful. Sometimes you have to go to Facebook, there's a Facebook market, like you can go there and search for rooms. Yeah, so that's what I was doing. So before you travel, make sure you plan. At least find 2 or 3 friends around where you are going and then communicate with them. Ask them how the system works over there before you go. Don't just stand up and then go. So people will get, like, people who are having visitors visa, where visitors will be in a haste to travel. You get there and then everything will be, stranded and all those stuff. Rather, all I would say is you just have to plan. Just plan very well.
Okay. We've all heard about the Ghanaian economy, how it's crumbling on its citizens. So, I mean, the next question is, do you think unemployment is one of the biggest reasons why students move to study abroad at the slightest chance that?
Oh yeah, I've not experienced this because I left when I was in level 100. Yeah, so I didn't, complete my university. You understand? So I can't boldly say that's the reason why. But for what I've been hearing and seeing on the television, the media, I would say yes. Because how can the students go through all this struggle? Students will go through all these struggles, and after school, they don't get work to do.
That's disturbing.
You understand?
Yeah.
You hardly see a Spanish citizen working in a warehouse.
It's the immigrants.
Always the immigrants. You understand? It's very difficult for you to see a Spanish citizen. Even if you see a Spanish citizen at where I'm working, meaning the person is just looking for 1 month salary to, be okay in life. That's it. But to take the work very serious, no. You understand? Anything that the foreigners do, like here in Ghana, they do it from our own sweat. They get all the profit from our own sweat. Let's take cashew for example. We go to the farm, harvest, do everything, bring it, and then they buy it at a cheaper price. You are from Sampa. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sure,
we have cocoa. You go and then pick all this cocoa and do all those hard work, and you kind of tell you 1 kilo is 12 cedis, 1 kilo is 10 cedis. What am I doing with that?
Good age.
And even the city is depreciating against the dollar. So I mean, even the amount that you have when you look into the grander scale, it's like just
I think
very little amount.
The government should do something. If you go outside, there's a company that I was working in. I can't say the name over there. There's a company where I was working in. When you go there, it's a car company, and then they are only, let's say we have like 70% of Africans in that company, and we are those manufacturing all those seats. If you buy a new car, that seat that you see inside the new car, they already tear rubber. I'm part of those people who manufacture that seat, only the seat.
Yeah.
And where am I from? I'm from Ghana.
Yeah, Ghana.
So why can't I work here in Ghana if we have a company like that here? But I have to travel to someone's country. They pay me, then I pay my taxes over there. Whilst they can, businesses here that can also let the youth get something to do.
Accommodate students who have graduated and
You understand?
Yeah.
So it's just a broad topic that we can't say everything here.
Yeah.
But what I would say is unemployment is one big reason why people are leaving the country. Yeah.
I see. All right, guys, so this is it. I mean, we've come to an end. There are so many things that we could say about this topic, and we could say a lot more, but unfortunately, this is where we have to end. Now, like I said earlier on, if you still haven't subscribed to this channel, you should. Thank you very much, and see you.